Let's go ahead and talk about localization and AI. Grae, what have you heard about this so far?
Yeah. Did we? Why can't I remember where I heard it from? Was it in Legal Mindsets live stream? Did we talk about it a little bit? I
We
don't
talked about
remember.
it a little bit. We talked about
Okay,
it.
yeah, okay, okay.
We
Yeah, it's like
briefly
I know.
touched on it.
Yeah, we like, but the translation is seemingly their excuses. It's the AI who translated it, but it's so woke that it's so far fetched that it's actually AI who did it. So I don't know the specifics. So we'll probably find out in a bit. The
Okay.
details about that.
So now, let's go ahead and go back. Go back a little bit. So I'm gonna read this over here. This comes to us from the Pop Verse. I've never gone to this website before. AI is becoming AI is coming to manga and looking to remove human translators from the equation. A Japanese developer is hoping to use AI to make manga more accessible by making it cheaper to translate. So how do you feel about this in terms of like localization and stuff like that, and being accurate and stuff like? And plus, you probably will read way more manga and like play more JRPGs than I do.
Yeah, it's gonna help for sure, but it's not yet to the point that it still needs human intervention for the polish to write the actual to write it properly so that the words come out right, and um the script is more creatively written and more compelling. Because like admittedly, like, yeah, ever since I got my new job, it's like I have this AI driven YouTube channel. So what I do is like I have it review anime. I write my own words on it. Then I feed my script to the AI and see if it can polish it. Sometimes it does well. Sometimes it doesn't stick the landing. So I can only imagine it's the same thing for them if they try to do a translation manga. It's like the translation, it's gonna be some of them I imagine is gonna be really bad, and it's not suited for public release or for a final product.
Yeah,
So it's gonna, yeah, for sure it's gonna play some role, but only to a certain extent. Like 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 most AI, it's like how we treat art AI. It's like, yes, it can do the basic stuff for you, but it'll still need human intervention. It'll still need a talented artist to
yeah,
make the final product. That's how I
yeah.
feel.
I think that's the same thing with AI art, right? I think no matter what, okay. Here's the thing. I think the reason why people are afraid of it, especially I'm talking about art wise, is because it's good,
Mhm.
right? So that's the reason. If it wasn't good, people would not give a shit about it. But the fact that AI is getting better and better and better by the day, people are like, oh shit, it's gonna get better, right? Like I've seen some really good AI art before, and the thing is that you might not be able to tell it apart from other actual artists moving forward, especially in the coming years. So it's definitely very scary looking. And when it comes to AI translations, I think if it's good, they should use it, right? And it'll definitely free up a lot more time, right? Like for instance, let's say if you put it in and it's like, okay, there's some editing I need to do. For instance, when we make our shorts, we feed it through an AI thing,
Mhm.
and the thing, I don't just automatically upload them. I need to vet it. I need to make sure the cuts are good, and I need to make sure that the shots are good, and I need to make sure that the closed captioning is correct. So I'll go in and edit it. So basically, that's what I do. So let's go ahead and continue reading this really quick. Excuse me. An upstart new Japanese company is looking to use AI to streamline, automate, and make cheaper process for translating manga from its original Japanese language into their languages for international reading. The company behind that calls manga AI localization is Orange, a developer based in Japan, which was launched in 2021 and recently made Japanese news for raising $1.8 million from private investors on this new industry changing paradigm. In 10 years, I would like to realize a world where people all over the world can read every Japanese masterpiece manga in their own native languages, says CEO. And I agree to this, right? It's because whenever you look at a localization and then you read the subtitles, like there has been times where I'm watching like Dragon Ball or whatever anime, and I'm watching it in English, and I have the subtitles on. It's completely different, and I understand why they do it. Is because they're trying to make sure it makes sense for the people who are like outside of Japan, right? Sometimes in stuff in Japan does not their quirks or their mannerism does not translate well over to Western, basically Westerners. But I rather have them being translated correctly than if some dumbass person makes it woke. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So I just want to briefly touch on this article, is because I do want to go over to something that I saw in on Twitter. So this comes to us from Asmongold. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch this video first, and then we'll read this. We'll translate this Japanese thing over here. Okay,
Yeah,
so let me know.
I
if
heard
the
you made
audio
it. Yeah, I heard you made a video. Okay.
Okay, here we
You're
go.
talking about it on Twitch.
So basically, we have a translation of a scene from
Loud enough? The audio's
Kobayashi's
good?
Dragon Maid, where Luca is basically saying, I wanted to wear something different so people wouldn't look at me.
Yeah.
And in the localization, it says, oh, those pesky patriarchal societal demands were getting on my nerves. Yeah, quite the leap and bound in that situation. But
No way, though, right? Like, that's so outrageous. I don't even believe. Is this true? No way. That's great. Or what? No, I don't believe. I want to see it. I want to fucking see it. What's the title? Yeah, fact check right now. Yeah, I want to see it right now.
Coming. Hey. Oh, hi.
Nice
What
boobs.
are you doing here, Lucoa? To see you and bring these. Want some snacks? Duh, thank you. What are you wearing that for? Oh, those pesky patriarchal societal demands were getting on my nerves. So I changed clothes. Give it a week, they'll be begging you to change back. Huh? You can come on in if you want.
He's speechless.
Yeah. And this is like real, right? Like this is it's I mean, I just this is so outrageous. It's like I refuse to fucking believe it. But it's right there in front of me. I see it. There it is. That's awful. Like what? How did that happen?
yeah,
So so basically, I am all for AI localization now, because I do know that they censor stuff, like I legitimately censor things and they translate different things, right? For instance, I remember in Pokemon when Brock would talk about the fucking the rice balls, right? The Japanese rice balls. In the English translation, they call it jelly donuts. I'm like, what the fuck? What? That's clearly right. It's like, oh, have a jelly donut, right? So the thing is, I know that they change stuff because people will not understand. But the thing is that this is that's something really small. But for something like this, is like you're changing it because of patriarchal. It's like, what the like, holy shit, man. So let's go ahead and actually read what this Japanese person said. I'm gonna translate post right now. Come to think of it, even though I translated the dubbing for that part of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid episode 12 with images, I never translated with the video. Translation. I love how he goes from no, there's no real reason to, oh my God, it's right in front of me and I can't believe it in less than a minute. It's because we don't think that something this crazy would happen. Right? Now, there's more. There's more crazy ass people out there. So I do want to bring this one up right over here. So I guess this person has been a I guess she's like a localization person. And
Okay.
yeah, so we have over here. The Ancient Magus Blade manga's return gets simultaneous English release using AI translation. And she responded with, I don't have words for how embarrassing and disappointing this is. Instead of paying a human to do a quality job, which she's not, they're using AI to get a mediocre product for free. I'm pretty sure that AI thing has probably cost them a little bit on the back end, but we'll see. Is this how little they think of English-speaking audiences, of translation? For shame. Now, this lady has a lot of a controversy that came up on in the past, right? She's been doing some crazy ass shit, right? So I believe over here, this is what she said before. And this is the thing I just read, right? And this is what she said before. 30-year-old localizer, failed writer tries to turn JP in English translation. She said a lot of crazy thing before about saying how they put in like woke stuff or like current day terminology and slangs, which is, imagine if you are the writer for Kobayashi Maid, right?
Yeah, I
And
can imagine.
you saw that. Like how like would you be upset?
Yeah, 100%. Like if it's, I'm not invested in that IP, but if that was like example like Nier or Star Ocean, I would be really angry if something like that comes out.
Yeah.
Some
It's pretty wild, right? So
Mhm.
right, and then I'm gonna share this one over here. Localizers crying about being replaced by AI after decades of ruining Japanese media with outdated Reddit memes and their garbage political views. Me sowing, ha ha ha, fuck yes, and then me reaping. Well, this fucking sucks. What the fuck, right? So one thing that I do want to bring up is this is her translation right here. So if you guys don't know what this is, I believe this anime is called, I forgot what it is, but it's basically a premise about a man turning into a dog, like a puppy, and the dog's basically being smothered by tiggle bitty anime females, and like the dog's basically like going into their like private regions and stuff. Like, it's Japan, okay? It is what it is, okay? It's really weird. It's the furry porn or whatever it is. But over here, she says, I am unfortunately doing some of my finest localization work about work on an anime about a high school girl who is legitimately sexually attracted to a corgi. So I'm sorry I yeeted you, okay? 10 years from now, no one's going to know what the fuck yeeted means. Why would you put daily terminology into this? Why didn't you just put thrown? I'm sorry I threw you. Or you know, what? Okay. Nekotani looks like she needs an eye bleach. Any other time, I love to pull up in her dress. And here I thought you'd have a resting bitch face for the rest of your life. No one's going to use resting bitch face in 10 years.
Yeah. It's I I doubt that this is the terminology in the in Japanese.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty freaking crazy. And like it's wild that what things are going. And the thing is that like Kobayashi made is that by Shonen?
Which one?
Like my wife watched it. Like she watched a shit ton of Kobayashi made. And it's funny is because she's like, "Oh yeah, I like the girls with the big boobs." I'm like, "Hell yeah." But the thing, all right, I do want to check. Kobayashi Dragon Maid. I want to see if it's Shonen. It is. Okay, I don't see anything about Shonen, but is it Shonen? I'm not sure if it is. But here's the thing, though. There are specific things where, like this might be geared towards like girls or maybe boys. I don't know. Did you ever watch the show?
No, I don't have any idea.
Okay. Technically, it's a seinen. Okay, so seinen. Now, we actually talked about this on Legal Mindsets channel. We talked about it, and we talked about different types of manga and stuff like that, and how this girl is basically thinking that her. I'm not sure if is she a they them. I don't know, but the thing is that this
Probably.
Right. So, do you think like now she's basically complaining about AI, right? So, do you think that it's like you get what you fucking deserve? Is it like
Yeah.
out, right? Right. So let's go ahead and read this here. It says, as much as I dislike AI and I believe it has no place in any creative field, I still think it would do a better job at the localization of anime than Katrina. At least AI won't purposefully bastardize the translation to push whatever stupid agenda hack localizers like this love to force, and will stay faithful to their source material. If this was coming from any other actual localizer, I'd be hard pressed to agree with them, but this ain't it, Chief. Yeah. So, well, it is what it is. Now, and here's the thing. Like I said before, the reason why they're scared is because the AI is doing a good job.
Yeah.
Right. How do you feel now as a person who is going to be going into an AI job? How do you feel?
Yeah, it's like they have the right to be scared because for the longest time they've been getting their way. They're not been doing their job well, and they're inserting their politics into the product, which should never be the case. And yeah, so finally it's AI is approaching that stage where it's becoming more commercially viable and companies actually want to implement them in their products, because at the end of the day, it'll enhance their products and services. So yeah, this is another way probably to kick out woke people, should I say? Yeah,
Yeah.
this is probably this is another industry that they're getting into apart from writing, because apart from the writer's guild being under threat. But yeah, technology is technology. It's like yeah, I know regulators are trying to stop it right now. Even in the Philippines, I actually read they're implementing a law that you cannot lay off people because of AI. But
Mhm.
like you cannot really keep it, you cannot really gatekeep that forever, especially if it's a huge win for a company, because when streaming services came to light, when Netflix, Paramount Plus, HBO, when anyone subscribed to those services, did anyone thought, oh no, what about the employees at Blockbuster? No, nobody gave a shit, man. It's gonna be it's gonna be the same shit here for AI. Sad to say, it's up to them whether they want to adjust to stop inserting their BS into the products and actually be better, or they get irrelevant and they stay unemployed.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And so I want to bring up this old article because it has to do exactly what we're talking about, and I do get it, right? And I'm all for this AI taking over. Like, just get rid of all the localizers. Because no matter what, you're not going to get rid of all of them. You're gonna keep a couple. Sort of like we talk about how like you do need a localizer to make sure that the AI spits out is accurate, right? And as long as you don't change it, I think that's what you need, right? So the reason why I brought this up as well, so we're gonna go really quick over this. So this the bounding in the comments, the header sort of fucked up, but 7C's English localization of I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl changes feminine male into a transgender. So instead of turning him into a girl, they're actually trans. Now, how many movies and TV shows have we seen of body swap where like you swap bodies, we swap body for a day, right? Freaky Friday, right? Or something for instance, right? It's American, right? And it would be like, oh, this person is a trans age, you know, and then you have Your Name most recently. They switch bodies. The girl and the boy switch bodies. Does that mean that the girl and the boy are trans now? No, it doesn't fucking mean that. Now, imagine if you brought this fucking ideology to Japan or anywhere in Asia for that matter. They will not accept this shit.
Yes.
Right? It's like,
yes.
Like that one time where in Family Guy, that one time where Quagmire touched a curling iron, he gets zapped and he woke up and he turned into a girl. Does that make Quagmire a trans? According to these nut jobs, he is now.
Yeah.
Quagmire trans.
Yeah, in the Rumble chat, I thought of the same thing. Your Name. Right? It's like, are you saying those two students are trans? Like, it's so nutty.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Your Name. So are those two kids trans now?
Yeah.
No, actually, well, they basically he pushed the glasses up. Actually, they swap back to their original bodies. They're actually gender fluid. Oh fuck, dude. Oh man. Good. Get rid of all these freaking localization people. Like, just keep the good ones. You need a couple of them to make sure you vet and make sure everything is good. But holy crap, man! Especially Katrina. Get her out of there. Get her fucking out of there, man.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.